Okay, I'll now come to point number 30. I think one of the most important area, Kano's performance attribute. I have heard students getting a lot of questions from this area. Kano's performance attribute, or technically Kano's model. Now, what does this model is all about is, it says the price of a product is based on customer satisfaction. The price of a product is based on what? Customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction is based on features of a product. Customer satisfaction is based on features of a product. Some could be good features, some could be bad features. Objective is to maximize good features, minimize the bad features. Maximize the good features and what? Minimize the bad features. Most important model according to me. Maximize your good features, minimize your bad features. Model of product development or customer satisfaction for prioritizing what? Most important features of a product. The first one you should focus on is called threshold attribute. There are 6 types of features which are there in a product. Questions may give a feature and tell you to classify. First one is called threshold. Now what is threshold is some basic feature which is taken for granted. It is taken for granted. For example, if you buy a smartphone, you will expect the touch screen to work well. If touch screen is working well, you are not happy with it. But if it's not working well, you are unhappy about it. If it's working well, you're not saying that I'm happy that touch. You never tell anybody that touch screen is working really well, because that is taken for granted. That's taken for granted. Touch screen has to work well. You have taken that for granted, saying that if it's not happening, then only you have a problem. If it's happening, it does not give you extra happiness. It does not give you extra happiness. The model says first thing you need to focus on in this. First is what? Threshold attribute. Threshold does not give you satisfaction, but it can give you dissatisfaction if it's not there. It can give you dissatisfaction. Reliable performance of a car. Car is working really well. You never comment on it. But if it's not working well, you start saying that the car is bad, this brand is bad, don't buy the car, no use, all that you start complaining. So first is what? Threshold attribute, which is what? Must be quality. These are must be quality. If it's there, no extra happiness. If it's not there, you start cribbing about it. You start cribbing about it. You expect me to complete syllabus. You expect me to complete it on time. All these are must be quality of my classes. Just because I complete syllabus on time, it's not going to give you that extra factor. It's not going to give that extra wow factor in it. So first is threshold. After I meet your threshold, then I can look at certain things. Second thing I need to focus is on performance attribute. What is performance attribute? One dimensional quality. Better the performance, higher the price. Price and performance attribute is directly proportional. But again, first threshold, then comes to the next one. First you have to meet what? Threshold attribute. After meeting the threshold attribute, you can discuss anything else. What is performance attribute? For example, battery life, camera quality. I have basic camera quality. You're okay. As camera, now even in camera quality, there's a threshold. Minimum quality expectation is there. But if I can enhance the quality expectation more and more, you're ready to pay higher price. If I can enhance the quality of a camera, or if I can enhance the life of a battery, you are ready to pay more. One, there is a threshold. You expect that the camera should have this amount of quality. A 10 megapixel or a front camera, back camera, all this has now become basic expectation. All this have become basic expectation. Beyond that, if you can spend more, your price is directly proportional to this. Then comes the excitement factor. What is excitement factor? Is something which I give you, gives you happiness. Not given, you are not unhappy. You are not unhappy. Understand this. Threshold, no happiness, but unhappiness can get created. One dimensional, directly proportional with price. Directly proportional with price. As I enhance the performance, you are ready to pay more price. As I reduce the performance, you are paying a lower price. That's called one dimensional. This is my priority one. This is my priority two. Then comes the excitement factor. Then comes the excitement factor or the wow factor, delight attribute. Excitement or delight attribute gives happiness but no unhappiness. Gives you happiness but there's not going to be any unhappiness. That's because that feature is not there. That feature is not there. You're not going to become unhappy about it. You're not going to become unhappy. Wow factor, absence has no impact. Presence leads to satisfaction. One example they're saying foldable display, augmented reality. If you can introduce augmented reality through your mobile phone, that is using the mobile phone, you can see some animated video here or something happens. You're happy about it. Your mobile phone doesn't have. You are not really bothered about it. You're not really bothered about it. Clear? First three I've discussed. These three are called positive factor. Threshold, no happiness, but what? Unhappiness can get created. One dimensional, as my battery life goes up, you are ready to pay higher price. Excitement gives you happiness, but what? No unhappiness. Indifferent. Now comes the features which I should avoid technically. So features which are needed, features which can be avoided. Indifferent, no impact on customer. One example they gave, in your mobile phone, in your mobile phone, practically it can still make some difference for people, but logically speaking, color of a mobile phone should not have any impact on the customer, but still people have color as a preference. Let's leave the color part. The mobile phone is sold in a box. The color of the box of the mobile phone, the color of that box, whether it's white color, black color, red color, blue color, let's not break my head on what should be the color of it. So packaging, all that, we try to make it attractive, but point is indifferent, means no impact. The box, what color it is. Charger, color of the charger should have no impact on the customer. Color of the charger should have no impact on the customer. Indifferent means no impact on customer. Don't break your head on those. Don't break your head on the indifferent one. Reverse. What is reverse is dissatisfaction to customer. Reverse can lead to dissatisfaction to customer. Rather than creating satisfaction, reverse is going to do what? Dissatisfaction to the customer. When I give you a mobile phone, I say every 2 days you have to do auto update of the mobile phone. Now you're extremely irritated with the mobile phone, saying that every 2 days 10 minutes get wasted in this. 10 minutes get, that gives you extra features and all, but you are now really irritated with this, saying that don't buy this mobile phone. Don't buy this mobile phone. Who will spend every 2 days 10 minutes time on updating the app and all? I don't want this. I don't want this. You tell other people don't buy this company's mobile phone. They are useless phones. That is called dissatisfaction. Software bug. Too many ads. You're reading an online content. If there's too many ads in an online content, so they get the revenue through ads and all. But if there's too much of ads, then you have a problem. Last one is called questionable attribute. Now, what is questionable attribute is, it is similar to reverse, but the only thing is you are not sure why does it exist itself. Why does it exist? For example, in a remote control, there are extra buttons. There are 10 buttons needed. You have added extra 2-3 buttons. Some of the buttons you don't know what is the utility. It's an ambiguous feature. It's an ambiguous feature which is not useful at all. When I use an app, for example, we are using WhatsApp. WhatsApp has many features. Some features I feel, why at all they have created it? Why at all certain features got created by them? If you feel that those are questionable attribute of WhatsApp, those are questionable attribute of WhatsApp. If you feel certain features don't add any value at all, if majority feels questionable, ambiguous. This is ambiguous. You are not sure why does it exist itself. Why does it exist itself? You are not aware. It is existing, but you are now thinking, why is it there at all? What is the focus? Focus on threshold, one dimensional and excitement. Remove indifferent, reverse and questionable. Now one challenge is whatever you see is not constant. It's all temporary in nature. For example, 10 years back, 10 years back, a smartphone with a touch screen, with a quality camera. The quality camera was a excitement attribute. The quality camera was a excitement attribute 10 years back. Today, the quality camera may have become a threshold. Higher quality may have become a one-dimensional attribute. So, the camera quality, which was an excitement attribute, has now become a threshold attribute. Has now become a threshold attribute or a one-dimensional attribute. Higher threshold, performance, excitement, higher customer willingness to pay. Attributes can change over time. Excitement attribute can become what? Performance threshold. 2 GB RAM. People were very happy when 2 GB RAM was given in a mobile phone. Today 2 GB RAM is of no use. 5 megapixel camera. People became very happy with the 5 megapixel camera. Now 5 megapixel is not even a performance attribute. It is a threshold. Minimum expectation. Minimum expectation that you'll have a 5 megapixel camera. Exclude your indifference, reverse and questionable attribute. Exclude your indifference and what? Reverse and questionable attribute. This is called Kano's model of the purpose of this model is very simple, to focus on those features which are the most important one, from what? From a quality point of view or from a customer satisfaction point of view. Focus on threshold, performance and excitement. Ignore indifferent, reverse and questionable. We have a lot of MCQs. Let's quickly cover these MCQs. Give me answer to this. In the given example, what one will be the answer? Which one will be the answer? Performance. First is threshold, second is performance, third is delighter. Indifference. Which of this is indifference? Something which does not make any difference to you. Cost of embossing the credit card. I'm not very sure on the embossing term, but I think it is doing something with the credit card design. Something on the credit card design doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference to you as a customer. Car with a design, yeah. Something with the design. Something with the design. So what kind of design is there on the top of a credit card? Wouldn't make any big difference to you. Please link it. Lot of questions are there. Good questions are there. So do the linkage. Once you link one, you can go through elimination and close it. I've started getting the answers online. Okay, let me know. Improve engine design that can improve fuel efficiency. I'll come to it in a minute. I can argue in multiple ways, but changing color of cables used what? Internally. Doesn't really matter whether what color you put. I am not really bothered about what is the color of the cables internally. Airbags for passenger safety. This is like a minimum expectation. Extended warranty can become a excitement attribute. Extended warranty can become a excitement attribute. Product features with what? Correlation. Customer satisfaction. You can just take it as cafe coffee day. Sorry, where is the delighter here? They're asking size of logo, not the giving you that glass. Giving you glass is a different story. In the glass, that logo, is it a big logo, small logo? In fact, I would want as small as possible. I don't even want the logo. I don't even want the logo. The size of the logo on that glass is what? It is technically a indifferent one. It's indifferent one. Where is the impact for me? I don't want the logo itself. If logo is removed also, I'm happy about it. Where does it make it? Certain brands which has a very extremely positive brands, maybe you would want the brand to be visible, but still the size of the logo doesn't make a big difference. Excitement or delight attribute. What is the utility of excitement or delight attribute? All of the above. It gives you a justification to charge a premium price, builds your loyalty, helps to grow market share, provides basis for differentiation. This is a good question. What's the answer here? Which one should I prioritize? Feature 1, feature 2, or equal priority? First in threshold, surplus if you have, go to your performance attribute. Surplus you have, there's no third feature here, but surplus you have, go to your excitement attribute. Not true about Kano model. I've explained this when I did the question. I've already got the answer in live online. The word used is permanent. It's not permanent, it's temporary. I said something which was like an delight, that is 5 megapixel camera, now has become what? Threshold. Kano model can prevent wasted time. Non-priority. Non-priority is basically those three. The ambiguous ones are the reversal ones. All that I will avoid it. Helps to prioritize that amplify. Amplify means enhance the customer and helps decision making. It can help you in decision making also. Why would a company invest in a feature, excitement or delight? Third one is, sorry, this one is C, unexpected and spurs the customer to make spot, because when you went to a shop, you got really excited and suddenly did a purchase. Must have feature is called what? First one, point A is what? Threshold. Second one, the more it is available, the better is the satisfaction is one dimensional or performance attribute. That is the performance attribute. Okay, go through this and choose whichever is workable here from the options. Okay, from the option, which one is better? Good question, but the options they have not given. The options are very simple. Which one is the answer? First threshold, then technically performance, which is not there. Whatever is the option, I'll choose that only. First is what? Threshold. I don't know. All this gets eliminated because if they're given if they're not given first threshold, no, then I would have chosen among this. First threshold, second performance, third delight, and indirectly I have to ignore all this. But okay, among the given option, point A can alone work. Reverse attribute. Reverse means dissatisfaction. I've got the answer in live online. Which one? Permanent tracking of a smartphone via banking app. Many a times when I use any app, they may track my activities. I don't want them to do it. So if there's a tracking of my activity through a banking app and then they offer certain customized product for me, I will get irritated. Cost of embossing the credit card, we have already seen, that is a indifferent. Action with a customer on service request placed online, this can be a delight attribute or a performance attribute also, because those things can be ability to receive OTP is a threshold. This is a bare minimum expectation that I should get OTP when I'm executing my net banking transaction. OTP is threshold. Action within an R is excitement or delight attribute. Credit card is your indifferent attribute, and this permanent tracking is problem. Link this. Not giving you the options. Link these. Some of them are easy, some of them can change. I'll discuss point one in a minute. Point two, more investment, more satisfaction. Performance attribute. I've got the answer in live online. Features when met but do not provide dissatisfaction when not met. Gives happiness but no unhappiness. Excitement. No effect on customer. Dissatisfaction. Threshold. That is, these are bare minimum expectation in a product. Okay, with this we are done here. We'll take a break of around 12 minutes and then I start doing the case scenarios on this. With this chapter is over. The theory part is fully over. We have certain case scenarios to discuss so that once we cover that, the full chapter will be over. Let's take a break now.